guys are so funny. You're trying to get me to do this stupid shit. And
she just whispered, "I'm a bad bitch," for anyone who didn't hear. Stop. 420.
I'm lit at Disney.
And the kids asleep in the bath.
There we go. A ball sack station.
That's what a business owner looks like. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tattoo Homewreckers. This is a podcast where we talk about tattoos, life, and everything in between. My name is Cal, and this is
Lou.
And it is officially spooky season.
It is.
Woo! Welcome to our spooky episode. We changed the set a little bit, if you guys couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I don't normally have horns.
You do, though.
Do I?
Yes, and I don't usually have a giant beaver.
Yeah, emotional support BB.
Yeah.
So sweet. This podcast is going to be super fun. I'm going to read some scary short stories, but before we get into that, I want to ask you, what does your gender feel like?
My pink, fluffy scrunchie.
Oh.
Yes, I'm feeling very, fluffy and pink.
You're feeling fluffy and
Yeah,
pink?
that's why I'm wearing my, Barbie pajamas. Plus, we were doing, a sleepover.
Yes, it's basically a sleepover podcast. Super cute. I feel hungover. That's what my gender feels like. It's just very
Do you want
hungover.
to just talk about what happened?
Yeah, absolutely. I played King's Cup for the very first time last night. And is it a real party if there's not a drunk crying and puking bitch in your bathroom? I was the drunk crying and puking bitch. Happens to the best of us. But I would like to point out the funniest thing is that I came dressed up as a soccer ball.
Yep.
Because
we work late.
We worked late, had a long fucking day, and I just needed to throw something on. So I came as a soccer ball. I left as a deflated soccer ball. Lou had to carry me inside the house.
Yeah.
After I refused to not get out of the car.
Great footage.
Yes, ring cam footage was great.
Ring cam footage of physically carrying her like a little baby.
Literally.
Inside of the house.
I was still wearing the fucking soccer ball, too.
Yeah, and Caboose pointed out the fact that you did not help being carried. So you didn't put an arm around me or anything. You just curled up like a tiny little baby.
Yeah, it looked like I was in a swaddle from the angle of the video and the angle of the fucking soccer ball costume. And I woke up at 3 a.m. in a frenzy going, oh my God, I've never left my phone and my bag and my glasses at a party before. Thank God they were in the car.
Yeah.
Fabulous. But that was crazy. So I'm a little beat up today, which is perfect for our spooky ooky slumber party episode, I think. Are you ready?
Yes.
For your very first spooky story? No, you're not?
No.
Okay.
It's fine.
They're just short stories. So this is from Reddit. There's a subreddit called No Sleep, and they post scary stories on No Sleep. And this specific Reddit post was, Reddit, what is your no sleep story that actually happened to you? So from what
I don't
we know,
believe any of these stories.
They could be true. They could be
I don't
false.
believe any of them.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. While living with some friends, I got up late at night to get a drink of water from the kitchen. I didn't turn on any lights, having no trouble navigating in the dark. As I crossed through the living room...
Oh my God, Caboose just opened the door from the garage and that scared the fuck out of me.
At night. Spooky ooky. Hi, Caboose. As I crossed through the living room, I heard some movement type noise or something and assumed it was one of my roommate's pet cat. Cats do tend to go crazy in the middle of the night. And you do get water.
They're assholes.
Yeah. One time, we're going to divulge here. One time I was house/cat sitting for someone, and I didn't realize that the memes of cats going crazy at 3 a.m. for no reason is actually real. But it was a smaller house, and I thought that somebody was in the house, and I froze up with fear. I was so scared. But then I just realized it was her 2 cats just playing and dicking around in the hallway. Just running around in the hallway. Not
That's really funny now.
Fuck, dude, I thought somebody was in the house.
I think that's cute that they're playing together.
It's kind of cute, yeah. But at 3 a.m? Fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
It's the best time to play.
So I go to the kitchen, drink water, and then I leave the kitchen. On my way back through the living room, I hear movement noises a lot louder than an old cat should make, and I glance around. There on the couch, in the very dark living room, is a shape, roughly child-sized, with bright red eyes staring directly at me.
We have red eyes right now.
We do. It's fitting for the story. I froze. The fear was so sudden and strong that it is in fact giving me goosebumps right now. I very slowly stepped backwards, not daring to even blink, as I watched the red orbs watch me. After several agonizing agonizingly long seconds. I reached the kitchen light switch, ready to defend myself when this goblin thing was sure to attack me. Click. It was my other roommate's chinchilla. It had opened its cage and escaped from their room, and it was sitting on top of a pile of laundry.
Okay, what the fuck? First off, chinchillas aren't that big. I think I've talked about this.
It was sitting on top of laundry.
It doesn't matter. His fucking eyeballs are not that fucking far apart to look like a child.
Yeah.
This person's obviously like either on some sort of like drugs or has no experience with like the size of children.
Has no idea what a child looks like.
Yes. Like, dude, what the fuck?
Do you think their brain was also kind of playing tricks on them? Because like when we get stoned, I tend to see a lot of things. It's always someone peeking out from the stairwell for me. And that thing is not actually there.
I'm mildly concerned about whether or not I will be able to continue to eat edibles. Because I told you about that batch of edibles I had that then was making me, like, I already see stuff anyway. And I see, like, a lot of, like, horror, like, in my, like, you know, high state. And then when you, like, turn your phone light on it, then it will go away. And then I had those edibles that they stopped. Like, it just didn't go away. You just kept seeing the stuff. So the people crawling at you or the dude that's like standing in the hallway.
Well lit.
Yeah. And I was like,
by like an Instagram reel video. Like
yeah. By like my phone. Yeah. I like it's an Instagram. It's probably a podcast.
Probably a podcast.
Pod Shape America.
It. Yeah.
Like
just showing
is
it
lighting it up.
Podcast.
And then so then it happened to me the other day. Like I was going to bed and I like saw it like crawling out of the closet. And then I like went to go light it up. And then as I moved the light from my phone, the lighting on the being changed. And I was like, okay, so either this thing is real.
Yes. And it's like breaching to you from like the fourth dimension.
Yes, I think so.
That's freaky.
But then I was like, okay, it's just this one batch of edibles. And then my newest batch of edibles is doing the same thing where I'm still not able, like when you blink, it doesn't go away.
Oh my God, dude. No, thank you.
Yeah. But you said the right thing the other day where you're like, oh, is it like Bly Manor?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, it's totally like one of those like crawling like that Bly Manor. And so now when I see one, probably tonight, I'm just going to do what she does on Bly Manor and say, shh.
That's it. Just
yeah. Because they haven't made noises yet.
Oh my God.
I might have just invited that as well.
I hope not. But, like, knock on wood. Yeah, I like that you will continue to take edibles. You're just constantly
because here's the deal. I'm either that's how my paranoia comes out.
Yes.
And at that point, like, okay, let's go.
You're just entertaining it. You're like, whatever, you never come out, so it's fine.
I'm like, okay, be paranoid, whatever. You do you, boo.
That's some mental fortitude. I'm paranoid, but it's okay.
Well, you just remind yourself I'm on drugs.
Yeah, but I don't.
And if I'm breaking that dimension and it's actually like those are real things.
Yes.
Because I think about that a lot when I'm high as well. Of like, hey, this like I'll have like if I fell down the stairs right now and like died, and then I think about the like multiverse and I'm like, oh, in another dimension, like this is where your timeline ended. Because I'll see, like, the whole thing happen in my brain. So then I'm like, oh, it's just you being connected to, like, another version of you in the multiverse.
That's fucking freaky.
Oh. Well, that's my horror story then, apparently.
That's your... Well done.
I was just telling
I wasn't expecting... I did not expect to be told a scary story. That is freaky.
I am, honestly, that person needs to know the size of a chinchilla. Also, chinchillas are also not that loud.
No.
So, like, you're...
Because like a cat is obviously bigger than a chinchilla, so that therefore it should be making like louder noises.
Yeah, and chinchillas are fairly quiet.
You've had chinchillas before, so you could testify.
I had a chinchilla.
Oh, okay.
It was so soft, but the dumbest fucking pet ever.
Yeah, not a great pet.
No. But so soft.
Okay, you ready for another one?
Yes.
Fabulous. Okay. Remember, this is no sleep stories that have actually happened to people, allegedly.
Allegedly. It's just a chinchilla.
It's just a chinchilla. Well, I feel like that's believable. I was about 19 living with a roommate and we were both going to college while living in an apartment complex. I don't know. That was a weird sentence structure. They're both in college and they live in an apartment complex.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah. Sorry. I thought it was a weird sentence structure.
It is weird.
Occasionally, I get mild bouts of insomnia, but nothing serious. Usually just a delay in my bedtime of an extra 2 or 3 hours.
Okay, so you have ADHD.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
Yep.
One night, I suddenly just cannot sleep. Nothing will get me to relax, and I eventually give up and just sit in the front room playing Heavy Rain all night, as it had come out a few days ago. The next day, when I head off to work exhausted with 0 hours of sleep, I got a text from my roommate. Here reads the text. Dude, the police are all over the apartment complex. Apparently 9 apartments, including our downstairs neighbor, were broken into last night with people at home sleeping. Some people even reported things being stolen from the rooms they were sleeping in. It hit me that I had not stayed up all night and left the light on in the front room. That had I not stayed up all night and left the light on in the front room, I would have been robbed or worse. And then edited, I did not go to college in an apartment complex. I got weird sentence structure. That was strange. No,
I like the idea of there being a college in an apartment complex.
No, I didn't.
That's my favorite part of that story.
The favorite part is, I'm sorry, that was a weird sentence.
Okay, so if you are one of those, like, everything happens for a reason person, then you're just going to be like, oh my gosh, it's because, like, instinctually you knew bad things were going to happen, so you stayed awake. Also, that's why you leave some lights on.
Yeah.
And if you stay up hella late, you just, like, move around, or you do my favorite trick, which is right as you're about to, like, leave a room, you just, and I do it periodically throughout, like, the evening, because I am English, so I leave, like, my windows open because Americans are weird about, like, blinds being closed, but, like, that wasn't as big of a thing in England.
Yeah.
At least, like, when I was growing up.
Yeah.
But I like to just stare out the window and then shake my finger at somebody.
That
or,
is
like,
so...
I want to be the person that they're scared of.
Like, Lou is actually who you're supposed to be afraid of in this situation. Like, you're compounding all these scary stories with, no, actually, I'm the person that you need to be afraid of.
Because I'm like, okay, I mean, that's cool. Also, I'm fixated on she's said she stayed awake all night playing Heavy Rain.
I think I don't know if that's like a band. I thought maybe Heavy Rain Sounds.
That's what I thought too.
But then she said it just came out.
Yeah, so maybe that is a band. I'm sorry, I keep hitting your knee.
That's okay. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was like, wait, dude, if you can't sleep, but then again, like, I'm someone who's dealt with insomnia for, you know, my whole life.
Totally.
And if you can't sleep after like 30 minutes laying down, just get up.
Yeah.
And then the moment you get sleepy, no matter where you're at, including my car, just lay down.
Just lay down.
Yeah. Because if you suffer from insomnia like my ass, then if I try to, like, move rooms, I've woken the beast up. So I'm going to stay awake.
Wild thing. And also, when it comes to the ADHD, you have to be really careful about what task you pick to do. Because if you're really trying to go to sleep, like, I can't draw right before bed, because then my mind will be up all night. And it was the same thing with, like, back when I was going to school. I had to make sure that I got all of my math homework done first and not last, because I wouldn't be able to go to sleep if I saved my math homework for last. Like, if it was like 9 or 10 o'clock and I'm just starting math, I will be up until 2 a.m.
Even if you just have, like, a quick wank?
Yeah, I've tried it before too.
Dude, no. Yeah. That's, like, the best. Like, oh, let's go to sleep.
Well, typically it works.
Yeah.
But, you know.
That's crazy. I can also
maybe you should have just jerked off and then got robbed.
Exactly.
Spooky.
Or just stare out the window at people.
And just menacing.
Well, it depends. Sometimes you shake your finger. Sometimes you just stare. And then sometimes you, like, stare and you smile. You got to mix it up. Because
you wave.
Sometimes I do wave.
It's a peace sign.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm just, like, dancing and I'm like, come on, baby, let's go.
You're dancing
dance
with the person outside.
Yes.
That's hella funny.
I think about that. Because then I'm like, dude, if I was the person, because I think about that often where I'm like, if people walk by and glance in here, I don't want you to just see where it's like, oh, that bitch is watching TV.
For sure.
Like, no. And I think about that the other day, actually, because our neighbors behind us came home.
Yeah.
And they can see into our bedroom. And I was doing, like, you know, Grow with Joe. So it's like aerobics.
Oh, yeah. You're doing dancing.
And I was doing that. And I was, like, dancing and doing, like, weird movements. And I was like, dude, if this, like, lady is, like, getting ready. Because weirdly enough, we can see right in her bathroom. And I don't appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because she, like us, doesn't believe in blinds.
Yeah. It's your house.
Yeah. And so she doesn't. So sometimes I'll close our blinds because I'm like, oh, nope, you were getting topless. But I was, like, doing it and I saw her, like, walk by and I was like, I know she just clocked me doing the weirdest dance moves. And when you're doing, like, these, like, exercise stuff like I do, I'm not smiling during it.
No.
I'm, like, dead ass serious. Just, like,
just
stoic fucking face. Yes.
Fucking serial killer doing aerobics in her. that what you're doing to people now?
Yeah.
That's a little funny. Are you sure? Is this person sure that they didn't get robbed because they were awake, or was it because whoever was robbing that apartment complex did not appreciate the music that you were playing?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you have
or if it
nothing
was
good.
heavy, like, rain sounds, I wouldn't appreciate that either.
No.
If you do the, like, those nature noises, I'm not for it. I can't.
There's just, like,
Yeah.
animals in the background.
Wait, what the fuck? What animal was that?
Peacock.
Why? Who's listening to peacocks to go to sleep?
Dude, I don't know. You can't judge
No.
people. There's a rain sleepy like 5-hour thing
Yeah.
that you can listen to on YouTube. But instead of just rain, it's also Trixie and Katya muffled in the background, like they're in a separate room.
Oh, what?
So it's rain and Trixie and Katya.
Okay, well, I would love
It's
the
so
Trixie
funny.
and Katya part, not the rain part, because that shit makes me have to pee. But the hard part about that is that, like, if I'm already having a hard time sleeping,
Mhm.
like, I try to listen to those, like, sleepy time books.
Yeah.
But then my brain is just like, but wait, what happens next? And I'm like, okay, I'll listen to Pride and Prejudice so I can go to sleep because I know that fucking book, like
Yeah.
the back of my hand. And then my brain is like, no, I want to listen.
Yeah, your brain's like, wait, but we're about to get to this part.
Exactly.
And then it's a
I'm
vicious
glad you
cycle.
said this part, not the good part, because there's no good part of that book. It's just boring.
It's just like, no, but this is going to
Yeah.
happen. Yeah, exactly. You need to stay to
yeah,
see
so
it.
I would just be awake and then occasionally giggling in bed, being like, Trixie and Katya are the shit.
If I can't sleep, it's Billie Eilish. There's a Billie Eilish sleepy playlist, and she conks me right the fuck out.
That's
Great.
crazy how much your brain loves music. I listen
I
to
love it too.
podcasts to go to sleep.
Dude, my whole like body changes when I'm listening to music. It's crazy. It's such a like full body experience for me.
I only
nuts.
have that every once in a while.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. You're able to listen to podcasts more frequently than me, though.
Every single day.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at least there's that. You're gaining knowledge. All I'm getting is feelings in my body. All right, you ready for your
Yes.
next one? Okay, this one's a little bit longer. We moved into a new house a few months ago. As we were in the process of purchasing the house, the renter who was living in it died unexpectedly of natural causes in his mid-40s. He died right in the middle of the living room. I already don't like how this is set up. He died in the middle room, or in the middle of the living room.
I like the middle room better.
The middle room.
Yep.
Also, does that mean like he was dead on the couch, on the floor? I need more context. I want to know. Okay,
I'm sure you could ask them.
I should. I should
Can
just comment.
we get
Can we
get
get
the
more
details on
context?
that?
Shortly after, we move into the house, and almost immediately, our 2-year-old daughter starts talking about the ghost that lives in our house. Now, let's be real here. She is 2, and 2-year-olds are very impressionable. Halloween had recently passed, and she had this Halloween-themed picture book that she loved to read. So it's entirely possible that all this talk of ghosts was just coming from looking through that book on a regular
No,
basis.
she's impressionable by the ghost. If you're into like that kind of shit, if you're into ghost stories, you know that children, just like dogs,
Do not.
can access
Yes.
that fucking world better than adults can because
Children,
adults are
dogs,
stupid.
and Lou when she's high.
Yeah, well,
You
me
can
when I'm
access
not
that
high, but it's
plane of
you
existence.
can't turn it off when you're high.
Ooh.
When you're high, you're just like, God damn it. But like otherwise, normally I can be like stare long enough to like see it disappear.
Oh God! Ooh,
It's
that
great
freaks
because
me
I
out.
don't believe in ghosts, but that shit's been happening my whole life.
Lou, what the fuck? And you don't believe in ghosts?
Mm-mm.
Do you believe in like entities, like just a strange entity?
No,
Just
it's
an
the same
energy
fucking thing
mess?
as a ghost.
I guess that's just a different way to word ghost. Yeah. Okay.
But the closest belief I have in ghosts is that whole like a different like like dimension that
plane.
we can't see. Yeah, the plane thing.
Mhm.
That made the most sense to me. Where I was like, okay, but then it wouldn't make sense that like, is it just dyslexic people?
Bitch.
We just learned about that.
We did. Do you want to tell them about the dyslexic brain? And apparently, if you're dyslexic, congrats. You are 20% of the population that is more evolved. I'm a little salty about
Yeah,
it.
so maybe our brain is more evolved to see the next dimension.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can have that. I'm good.
It's taught. They don't actually ever hurt you
I don't care.
for the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah.
I don't know how
I'm
it
not
happened
getting
yet.
possessed all the time.
I just listened to the Amityville podcast by Dan
Dan Cummings, Time Suck.
So good. So good.
Y'all, it took me so long to get this bitch in
It
the time
did.
suck.
It did.
But she's officially, as I have aged into my grandfather watching the news and listening to political podcasts and pundits all the time, she is now grown into an adult who finds Dan Cummings hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely hilarious. Because the first couple years that you guys would listen to Dan, I'm like, yeah, he's okay. I mean, his podcast is fine, I guess.
Yep. And then
all
your
of a
brain
sudden-
fully developed.
Yes. Dan Cummings, his podcast is only for those who have big brains. Just letting y'all know. Okay, anyways,
Okay, perfect.
moving on.
Okay. So
So
we got a 2-year-old
She's
who
impressionable
can see ghosts.
and talk to them, apparently,
And the man died in the middle room.
in the middle room.
Okay.
All right. Still, she was always telling me that the ghost was in her playhouse in the basement. Why the fuck would you put her playhouse in the basement?
Dude, if you have
That's
a basement,
haunted.
first off, no.
No.
Don't do that. I'm
Second of all,
not
someone
fucking
died there.
attics and basements. I ain't fucking with them.
Someone died in your living room and you're choosing to put her playhouse in the basement? Fuck that.
And here's my thing. Some of you are currently thinking, what if it's like a fucking completely finished off, like one of those bougie basements you
No.
see on TV? I don't give a shit. I know it's a basement.
It's still a basement.
The same way I feel about like riding on the underground
Yeah.
or like anything where we go underneath. No, I am not meant to go under the earth.
Agreed.
No.
Energetically, too, I'm going to get a little spiritual hippy dippy. It very much feels like basements to me feel like you're not supposed to be down there
Yes.
because you're literally in the upside down, like in Stranger Things. Like you're not supposed to do that. No,
I
I'm not
agree.
a mole.
No,
No. Okay.
you
So
would be a really cute mole though.
thank you. I like the star-nosed ones.
Ooh,
Crazy ass fucking.
They're hideous.
so cool.
You really are attracted to unattractive things.
I don't
like
know.
what conventionally is seen as attractive. You're like, no.
You know?
And then like the more fucked up the face, the more you're like, let's go. I love you.
So, yes. Oh my God.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay.
So she's saying that the ghost is in the playhouse in the basement, which
Yes.
of course, right? Or that the ghost was on the stairs, or that the ghost was standing in the corner. She never seemed to be afraid of the ghost and considered him to be her friend. So I wasn't all that concerned, even if there really was a ghost haunting her house. If he's a nice and helpful ghost, it could certainly be a lot worse. I appreciate that. I would often tell the ghost that he was welcome to stay if he wanted to, but he was also welcome to go if that would make him happier. I was about 30-70 on the ghost being real, and she could talk to him versus the ghost just being her imagination fueled by her Halloween book. 30-70.
Also, she's 2. Why are you giving her a Halloween book?
Why the fuck are you letting her play in the basement? Weird.
Yeah.
I can't.
And what does that playhouse look like? That it can fit a whole ass ghost in it.
I know.
Like, or does he like shrink down proportionate?
So she's
Or is he
the
like
same-
really crammed
is he
in
also
there?
cramped?
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. Until one day. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
When we were going out to the car to go to daycare in the morning. It was still dark out and rainy, of course, right? My daughter told me that the ghost was on the back deck, and she told me that today was the ghost's birthday, and she wanted to sing him happy birthday. That's very sweet. Once again, I mostly disregarded what she was saying, as she is birthday obsessed and has in the past made us sing happy birthday to Mickey Mouse, a bowl of fruit snacks, and the bathroom. Respectable.
This fucking mom, dude. No, if your kid wants to celebrate birthdays, there might be some birthday trauma there.
Yeah.
Speaking of someone that might be projection, because I have birthday trauma, but also like, I want to sing happy birthday to a bowl of Fruit
Oh,
Loops.
period. This kid is so dope.
Yeah.
This kid can talk to ghosts and respects all birthdays.
Yes, and wants to celebrate an individual or an object.
Or an object.
Also,
Or a
you
place.
should be singing Mickey Mouse happy birthday. Fuck you, lady.
Period.
He has a birthday.
Obsessed.
Yeah,
It's
he's
a
not
good
birthday
thing to
obsessed.
celebrate. So we sang and wished the ghost a happy birthday and went on with our lives.
At least she did it. Okay, I retract my statement. She's a good mom.
So she
Yeah,
ended up singing
she did
happy
it.
birthday. Well, she also apparently was there to sing happy birthday to a bowl of fruit snacks. So she was there for all of that.
Oh, I heard Fruit Loops.
Oh, fruit snacks. Which
Which is what you eat.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
The Welch's one.
Yeah, that you eat children's food.
So good. So good. Okay. Later that day, out of pure curiosity, I looked up the obituary of the man who had died in our house. And
better have
wouldn't you
shared it
know
here.
it? I know, she didn't share it. And wouldn't you know it? It was his fucking birthday.
Okay, but
mic
wait,
drop.
how did she have... Because even if he was a renter before, if he's a renter, she wouldn't have had his information.
I don't know.
If you buy a house, you don't get the renter's information.
Unless
you
like,
get the
she
previous owners.
got that from maybe the 2-year-old told her.
Oh, that makes sense.
Or maybe her neighbors had told her, but still that'd be kind of weird.
Yeah, his name.
Yeah, his full legal name. Yeah, Jeffrey died in the middle room.
Yeah. Like
tragic. We loved him.
Also, share the OB or I don't believe you.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, these are creepy stories that allegedly.
Yeah, I'm gonna say happened. 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5 for
3
that.
3 out of 5. It was solid. I like the kid.
I like the kid a lot. I like the fruit snacks. Really bumped up the story.
I like that their Fruit Loops in my brain.
I like that. There's full of cliches. Why the fuck would you put her playhouse in the basement?
I don't know, dude. That's weird.
Mm-mm.
Also, like, did he fall through the floor from the middle room and then end up in the basement?
Or is he just, well, I mean, apparently he's everywhere because technically he lived there beforehand. So he's also on the stairs and in the corner of a room.
Yeah, but there's always beings on the stairs.
Oh, fuck that.
Stairs are fucking...
Don't even know.
They're cursed.
Stairs are, again, energetically, they literally mean that you're moving from one plane to another. They have a lot of, like, meaning. Just like how the playhouse in the basement has a lot of meaning.
I was serious. You just fucking
Bitch, I don't know. Fuck that. Absolutely not. And the fact that I see things...
I mean that. What? Oh, goodness.
Fuck you. Oh, my God.
That was so good.
That was fucking freaky. God damn it. Fucking Caboose just got me so good.
The beings on the stairs.
The beings on the stairs.
The beings on the stairs.
I would give it a solid, like, 3.5 out of 5.
Nice. You can do halves.
Oh, okay. 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm not a half person.
Do you want to rate the apartment complex one then?
Well, I was going to say 1, but I'm going to give them 2.
For what?
Because I like their additional comment of, I did not go to college in an apartment complex.
The edited section?
Yes, the edited section got them a whole extra star.
I'm like, thank you. Otherwise, because that was weird.
A chinchilla's face does not look the same as a child's face.
Oh, this is the chinchilla was a separate story.
Sorry.
So there's the apartment complex.
That's just staying awake.
Yes.
With the rain, and I needed more like information on that. Totally. Now we're gonna have to find out if that's a fucking band.
Probably.
And if so, that's
a dumb name for a band.
Oh, I was gonna say I can't decide if it's the best name for a band.
No, I think it's too, the market for heavy rain sounds are too saturated.
I feel like if I was to make an obscure band name, you better start thinking about yours.
Okay.
I would say
I know mine.
Cello Solo. And then we never play a cello. Ever. It's
so
just
anyone who's Googling cello solo will find your band though.
They will.
How?
Because we will be the top fucking rated video.
Right. And then people are like, what the fuck, dude?
Exactly.
You still have to break through the internet barriers of that.
I can break through the fucking internet.
Mine would be Rats in the Rice.
Oh.
That's just funny.
That's a solid band name.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We should make a Rats in the Rice music video. You guys, send Callie a message and tell her we should make a Rats in the Rice music video. Look, I already have ears. And you've got ears too. Rats look like this.
For rats, we just need rice.
Yeah, we just need rice.
Did you want to rate the chinchilla story? Were you going to give it a 1 out of 5?
1.
1?
A chinchilla and a child are not the same. Also, you didn't state you were on drugs, so you don't get a fucking pass from me. You're just being silly. You're like, oh no, that one thing I saw in the corner scared. It would be like you writing a whole story about the fact Caboose's face is there.
Yeah.
That's not a good story.
It would be the shortest story.
Yeah.
I see things when I'm high.
What were you going to rate it?
Probably I would give it a 3.
You were so nice.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny that it was a chinchilla and I like a story that has a perfectly logical explanation. Especially if it's supposed to be, I know. Well, I mean, in this subreddit too, if it's like supposed to be like haunted and ghostly, I just thought it was refreshing. And then the apartment one, I would honestly give it probably I would give it a 2. It wasn't bad. Spooky for sure, but not bad. Okay, you ready for the next one?
Wait, what did you rate our ghost friend?
3.
A 3?
Yeah. The one that died in the middle room?
Yeah?
Yep, a 3.
Did I already rate him?
Yeah, I think you gave it a 3.
No, I'm giving it a 4.
You're going to give it a 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's great. The fruit snacks, dude. Hilarious.
Yeah. I've changed my mind. It's
this little girl's like amazing.
Yeah. Well, and it makes me think of my friend client.
What?
Her kid. So that's who I pictured the whole time. So then I got kid bias.
Oh, that's cute. Dude, kids. Okay. Another one.
Yes.
This one's short. My daughter slept in the bed with me for a few years after her father and I had a divorce. Probably ages 3 through 6 or so. I love that she's like, I don't know exactly how old she was. I just know it happened at this time. My bed was against the wall and she slept on the side of the wall. I slept on my side facing her, so my bathroom was to my back. We had not fallen asleep yet, but had just been laying there being quiet and still. All of a sudden, she says, "Mommy, why is there a man standing behind you?"
That's great.
My body turned ice cold.
Oh no, I'm so scared.
And it felt like all the blood drained out of my body. I finally got up the nerve to turn over and look. There was nobody there. She had said it so seriously, but the little toot was totally joking.
Oh, what the fuck?
I have never been so scared in my life, and to this day, I will not sleep with my back facing that bathroom door. This was 13 years ago.
Dude, 5 out of 5.
Fucking kids!
Fucking A, I went on a whole journey. Because that, like, hit something so instinctual where I'm like, wait, what? You put your back towards things?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And, like, now because, you know, with Guinness, like, having full access to the house, we have to sleep with our bedroom door open.
Exactly.
And it sucks because if I face one way, my back is to my bathroom. And if I face the other way, the back is to the hallway.
Don't like that.
And throughout the night, I will wake up and check both of those. And once again, have to stare for so long to be like, the thing that you see is not actually there. So stare long enough. So I wake up a couple times during the night just to stare at both of them. Mm-hmm. Whereas before I slept so that way I was facing towards that, like towards the opening up to my bathroom, and fucking could sleep fine. But now because Guinness needs to be able to come cuddle whenever the fuck she wants.
Yep. Can you imagine if Guinness pulled a prank like that? There's somebody in the hallway.
Dude, that kid is fucking funny as shit.
That's so fucked up, bro.
I thought of every fucking like serial killer thing that
Every
we watch
scenario.
where I was oh no. I know this is a ghost story, but I'm only picturing like a fucking serial killer there.
Yeah, totally. Fuck
like,
that.
No.
Well, the fact that like, again, like that's your first instinctual reaction to is like downright fear.
Oh yeah.
Like even if the kid was saying it in a jokingly manner, I'd be fucking terrified.
Yeah. If I was like, Callie, there's a man over there, you'd be like, what
Bitch,
the
where?
fuck?
What do you mean?
Yes.
Fuck that.
We should
Hilarious.
start pranking people with that.
I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Hilarious. Fucking kids.
Wow. You're like nice and tough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously it's hilarious. But it's nothing like, I don't know, it's believable.
Yeah,
I
went on a whole journey with that. So that's why they got 5 out of 5. I was so scared.
5 out of 5. All right. Moving on. My paternal grandmother died when I was 6. I lived in New York. She lived in Pennsylvania. I met her maybe twice. I was 6 years old, asleep in bed one night, and for whatever reason, I woke up and walked into my parents' bedroom. My father had an easy chair in one corner for reading. I sat in the chair. On the opposite wall was my father's closet. It opened and Grandma came out and stood about 6 feet away.
Okay.
Grandma's coming out of the closet.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to say goodbye, she said, smiled, waved, and then turned back and walked back into the closet, closing the door behind her.
I actually love that.
I went back to my room. About 2 hours later, about 6 a.m., the phone rings. It was a call from Pennsylvania that Grandma Catherine had died in her sleep. My mother came to wake me up to tell me, and I said, I know. What do you mean? She came to say goodbye last night. She made me repeat the story 3 times and then told me never, ever to tell my father that story. And I never did.
Well, I hope he's dead now then, so he doesn't read it on the internet.
I doubt he's on Reddit, but also...
Why? Are you being ageist?
No,
Are you assuming because he's from Pennsylvania, he's not on Reddit?
I'm sorry, you're right. It's a bad assumption. Bad assumption. And you fucking named your grandma, so he's gonna for sure know it's you. But also...
Wait, she named her grandmother?
Yeah, Grandma Catherine.
Is there only one Grandma Catherine in the entire world?
No, but like it's very specific. They're in New York and she's in Pennsylvania, and like I feel like
you don't think that
there's one Grandma Catherine in the entire state of Pennsylvania.
Okay,
and that's her. And
your
also,
logic is my favorite thing.
Well, can we talk about why did Mom not want you to tell your dad? And also, I think that's a hilarious reveal to a death.
Okay, but
Hilarious.
what if
What?
the mom only didn't want her to say that to the dad because she was like, you sound like a fucking idiot. And I don't want your father to know.
My theory
Yes.
is that Grandma Catherine is a lesbian, which is why she came out of the closet. But her dad is incredibly conservative and does not want any kind of gay blood in his veins.
Yours wins 100%.
Thank you. So that's why she's like, don't ever fucking tell your dad that Grandma came out of the closet, because she's been wanting to this entire time. And now that she's dead, she don't give a fuck. She'll come out of the closet whenever she wants. Also, hilarious death reveal.
Oh my God.
Can we talk about if we were ghosts? If we died unexpectedly, how would you be a ghost and reveal that to your
Oh my
friends?
God. Okay. I know exactly how I would do it. So as you're drifting off to sleep and you're like, oh, I'm like, you don't know I'm dead yet. That I'm going to go on that
prefacing
premise.
with, yeah.
So you're just drifting off to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start to hear music
Okay.
and you start to hear a little bit of like,
Music? Like what kind
Yes.
of music?
what?
Okay.
Like a little bit of like murmuring of people. And you realize that you're kind of in like a jazz band setting.
What the fuck?
And you're like, oh my gosh, this seems really familiar to Chicago. I love that musical. So weird. Or is this cabaret? What is this?
What's happening?
And then you see a stage, like basically you become
come
aware.
out of-
Yeah, come out of nowhere. Like
Yeah.
you were just focused on those people.
All of a sudden
the
it's dark
stage
and
happens.
Yeah.
And then it's me.
Uh-huh.
And I'm singing show tunes.
What the fuck?
And I've got backup dancers, backup singers, and I
Oh.
can actually like sing show tunes. And
And it's
I'm
a whole
hitting
production.
all these things. And you're watching like your favorite, your personal favorite. I
Yeah.
don't know every one of your favorites
Uh-huh.
right now. But Deb Me hits every
Right.
one of your favorite songs, like those parts of the songs that you love.
Oh my-
so if you're
you-
like,
you-
I love Chicago, it is tailored towards you. And
Entire.
FYI, it's tailored towards all of my friends.
Yeah, so it's different for everyone.
Yes.
Oh my
and
god.
for my non-musical loving friends, it's a stand-up comedian
it's
version of me.
Lou rapping Ice Cube at me.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
fuck?
100%. You are like, oh my God, what the fuck? And as I like say, I just wanted to say bye, bitch. And then I drop my mic, and then you wake up, and that's when someone comes in the room and is like, oh my gosh, Lou died. And you're like,
What the fuck?
what the fuck? Exactly. Exactly.
Great ghost reveal.
That's how I'm doing my ghost reveal.
You put an entire like fucking concert for
Yes.
every single one of your
Yes.
friends and end it with I just want to say goodbye and a mic drop.
Oh no, I said bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch.
Yeah.
Bye,
And
bitch.
then you mic drop, and right as the mic hits and you hear that horrible noise,
Uh-huh.
then you wake up and you're like, what the fuck? And then everyone's different. Like, what if you don't have a mom to come tell you, or
Right.
like someone to come tell you? Then you log on and you see it on Facebook, and then you're like, oh shit. Is that why I had that crazy ass dream? That's how I would do my
Fucking
reveal.
crazy.
All right. I'm throwing it to you. How would you reveal?
Bro, your ghost reveal was actually so good that
Oh,
like
thanks.
I don't even think I know. Actually, never mind, I know.
Mm.
I'm gonna scare
Ladies
my
and
friends.
gentlemen. Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
are
scare
such
you
a
bitches.
cunt.
So whatever you're afraid of, I'm gonna have a little red balloon come from the fucking
No, I hate you so much. You know those things scare the fuck out of me.
and then you're gonna come, and then
I
I'm gonna
wouldn't.
jump scare you, and I'm
I
gonna go,
wouldn't.
just kidding, bitch, I'm dead, and then peace out. Then all of a sudden I'm just out of in
Wait,
broad
but do you
daylight.
look like Pennywise?
Well,
Not the new one. The new one doesn't do anything for me.
Uh-huh.
But the old like OG Pennywise I saw entirely too young.
I think I would look like it, and then I'd morph into myself. So whatever my ghost outfit was
Oh,
wearing, then
nice.
it'd be like, haha, psych, I'm
So
dead.
that's how you work. You work on the idea that we have ghost outfits. That like whatever we die in,
Of course,
and you never get to change.
no. So you better be proud of
Okay,
what
so
you're
it's very
wearing.
like Beetlejuice-esque.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so mine is a little bit like more.
Do you get to pick your ghost outfit?
No. So I am realizing now as I'm just revealing this to all of you, I have watched entirely too many like really sweet, wholesome, like rom-com type
Yeah.
like movies
Mm-hmm.
because most of the ghosts in those just go to like your best self. So like whatever your most like peak self was.
Mm-hmm.
And like I personally see it, I think like they're kind of implying that that was like the best version of you, like I've always kind of gotten it as like a physical side.
Yes.
But I think of it as like the like internal, like, oh, was my like peak me being me when I was 34. So I would then walk around at my 34-year-old self. And that's how I believe that ghosts are.
Wow.
Yeah. It's very wholesome.
That is really
Especially
wholesome.
because if I had the pressure of like every like time I fucking, I mean,
Put
you
on
can
an
potentially
outfit?
die at any point. So yeah,
Totally.
every outfit would be so important.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like you could die in this outfit right now.
Yeah, but this would be a dope
with
outfit.
The cat ears.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's a great outfit for a ghost. Like
Yeah.
it's dope. So even if you're out in like loungewear or whatnot, just make it be good.
You say that, but what if like you're on the toilet and all you have on is a fucking pair of underwear because you're not sleeping in a shirt. You're going through hot flashes, so you're like overheating.
That's you.
So you're just there, and
not
then
me.
you die on the toilet, and then what? You gotta walk around your whole ghost life like with underwear around your ankles?
No, I would say that you could still put the underwear on. A lot of people.
That's where you draw the line.
Yes, that's where I draw the line. People still have their underwear on. All right, it's already humiliating dying on the toilet. You know, a lot of people are found dead on the toilet.
Yeah.
A lot of people because like a lot of the times people are like, oh, something's wrong. My fucking stomach feels weird. I need a shit. And no, they're actually just dying. Fucking
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Watch out for poops. If I gave you a new like
Watch
phobia,
out for poop.
every time you poop, you don't know, it might be your last. Okay.
That's the summary of this fucking podcast.
It is the whole summary. I have literally just one.
Okay,
more
you can
story.
do one more for anyone who wants to hang out for this.
Okay. All right. It's called Who's in My Bed?
Oh, not me.
A father went to say goodnight to his 7-year-old son, very well knowing that if he didn't, his son would have trouble sleeping. Is this written by a 3rd grader?
Yes.
It was a nightly routine between them.
It's written by the same people that wrote Venom.
It was a nightly routine between them. He entered the dimly lit room where his son waited under his blanket. With the first glance, the father could tell there was something unusual about his son tonight, but couldn't put his finger on it. He looked the same, but had a grin that drew from ear to ear. Oh, not a smiling child. You okay, buddy? The father asked. The son nodded, still with the grin, before saying, Daddy, check for monsters under my bed. The father chuckled a bit before getting on his knees to check, only to satisfy his son. There, under the bed, pale and afraid, was his son. His real son. He whispered, Daddy, there's someone on my bed. And that concludes Scary Stories with Tattoo Homewreckers.
What the fuck? How do you know that's your real son?
You don't. You don't. I think honestly...
What do you do in that situation? There's 2 me,
Oh, God.
and I'm like...
And, no, I'm sorry. I
that's
didn't mean
the
it like
real-
that.
Yeah, no, it's cool, dude.
I did not mean
I
it
don't
like
want 2
that.
of me either.
No, there's 2 of you. I wouldn't... That's too much pressure. I would probably kill myself. Brother,
Ma'am,
I am not here to
you
figure
do not
out
take your life seriously.
which demon
enough.
is... Which one of you is the demon? Or are both of you the demon?
We can come back to that 1 second. Why is your go-to answer zombie apocalypse? I'll just kill myself.
I'll just kill myself.
Any sort of like hardship.
I deal with
you're
too
like,
much-
I'd rather die.
I deal with too much stress on the daily that I'm not trying to add demons or zombies to that mix. I don't need any of that. So at that point, I'd rather clock
Oh
out
my God.
permanently. I would rather clock out permanently. What would you do to be able to tell which is the real me? Actually, I bet I could
Oh, what?
figure out which one's the real you.
Wow.
I'd be like, do you want bacon?
Oh my God, I love bacon.
There we go. Every time.
Not actual bacon. I don't eat meat.
It's the vegetarian
Oh
bacon.
my God, yeah. I think it's like
Is it Fairlife or is it?
Oh, I thought it was like the
No,
morning
It's not Fairlife. It is morning.
Morning Star.
I thought it was. I'm so dumb.
Morning Glory.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that came to mind, and that's why I got stuck because I was like, nope,
Nope.
nope,
Not
Nope.
that.
not that one.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably
What would you do?
offer you candy.
What kind of candy?
Exactly. That's how I know. Because the motherfucker that just reached for the candy, I'd be like,
No, that's
and then
not
if
you.
both of you said like, if it was that case of like It's done a little bit. And so it's like, what kind of candy?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say I would be able to tell based off of your look because you have a very distinct what kind of candy look is that?
I don't know. What is it?
Yeah, like
tell me what
is it good candy
or is it shitty?
Is it sour? Because I don't want it if it's like milk chocolate.
No.
Exactly.
Milk chocolate's reserved for a very specific time, and it's like once in a blue moon on my period.
Oh,
not
that
for,
sounded
okay, I'm so sorry. I know. I was wondering why you're making that face. No, food and sex do not go together. No, absolutely not. It's sticky and gross and just no. No, thank you.
Unless it's bacon.
Ew. And it's like greasy and weird.
Ew.
And it
no,
smells
that's
like
why
bacon
I like
and
that
sex.
bacon because it's not actually greasy.
Yeah.
It's very like cardboard.
Yeah, it's crunchy.
Yeah.
But then you've got bacon, and then it smells like bacon and sex, and that's not.
I would be fine with that. I love bacon.
It's not 2
Add
cents.
some maple syrup in there.
Ew, dude, come on. Okay, we're done. What was your win for this week?
My
You're
win
so
for
gross,
this
bro.
week was that when Caboose was uploading the podcast, he was like, "You guys have 335 like followers on Spotify,"
God.
and that was insane because I was like, I can't. Like, I understand, and like the whole world, 335 people is not a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it is. And I was like, that's insane because so often I think about like, why are we fucking podcasting?
Yeah.
And then occasionally we'll meet with like, mostly it's like clients, like people that know us that way.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh my God, your podcast like helps me fold clothes. And I think about how I also like rely on podcasts to do a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like somebody told me it was like parallel play. And I was like, that's really cool. Cause I like, those are the people that like when we meet, I'm like, oh, that's why you keep doing this, even though it's like a lot of work.
Yes, absolutely. Where it's like, we both were like, fuck, we should probably record today.
Yeah.
And we're both tired and like already low on spoons and had already done a lot. But like, it's so beautiful. Like, having people come to us and already feel connected.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great win for the week.
So
My win for the week was getting blackout drunk, dressed up as a soccer ball and playing King's Cup for the first time.
I just need to add a tiny bit more to that.
Not the soccer ball.
It was so cute because we had not too long ago talked about the fact that like she, much like myself, like I didn't have like a normal 20s.
You owned a business.
Yeah. And the same thing with you. Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
And so we talked about that, about like missing out on those kind of like iconic moments. And she talked about how she hadn't been to like house parties. And then this party was just a genuinely perfect representation of like a house party that I would host.
Totally.
When I was, her age or a little bit younger. But it was like the same type of party that like Caboose and I had after we got married and we were in our 20s. So like we're still like that. And then there was beer pong. We walked in and then they started playing King's Cup. And she'd never played King's Cup.
Nope.
And those are those like iconic games like that and Asshole that like we played so much at your age. So it was really cool to like experience that with you. And then when you were the bitch in the bathroom crying.
Yep.
And like when I say bitch, that is like iconic, like yes,
totally.
queen moment.
Well, like I said, is it really a party if there's not a drunk bitch in the bathroom crying and puking? That's how you know you threw a good party.
Yeah.
Which shout out to Chloe. It was like literally the most fun like Halloween party I've ever gone
And
to.
then we were like Chloe and myself and one of Chloe's other like really good friends was there, and we were all just like talking, and Caboose was dressed as Barbie, so he got to like be one of the girls.
Ooh.
It was so cute because afterwards I got to hear his side where he's like, that was amazing.
Debriefing,
that was so
like
sweet.
I've never been a part of like this section of the party before.
He's like, this is great. And like then you would like, be sick for a moment and they're like, oh no, is she okay? And then people kept coming in checking to be like, is she okay? And I'm like, yeah, dude. I was like, this is her first time playing King's Cup. Like it's a rite of passage. And people are just like, oh shit, it is. And I realized that it's one of those things of like just a genuine generational difference.
For sure.
Is that like your generation didn't party like this?
No. And also like there wasn't a lot of like talking, like it was strange because we talked about this before. One of the only house parties that I've been to, I was like 18 or whatnot. And you go in and like, it's weird because like my generation doesn't really like talk to each other.
Yeah.
So everyone's like kind of to themselves, super weird energy, weird vibes. And then some dude came in. He's like, hey, somebody stole my homeboy's car. And we left shortly after that because I was like, yeah, this is fucking sketchy.
Yeah.
What the fuck, you guys? Like, oh my fucking God. No, absolutely not. So it was cool to party in a safe environment. And also, yeah, I've never played King's Cup before. And holy fuck, I cannot believe you guys would do that multiple times in a week.
Yeah. Well, you had a Friday night and Saturday night. And then if you were lucky or you just continued from Saturday night, it would go into Sunday night.
Oof.
And so you'd just be back to back to back. And then Monday you'd be at work like,
Rough.
life sucks, but it's fine. And it would take you till like Wednesday to recover.
Yeah.
And then you just do it again.
Crazy. It was a lot of fun. So that was my win.
That's a great win.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
Appreciate
really glad that I got to be a part of that. And
I'm
then I
really
get to
happy
carry you like a little baby.
It was so sweet. I woke up and I was so well taken care of. I woke up, there was like sheets on the couch, and then I was covered in a blanket, and then there was the recycling bin just in case I needed to vomit in the middle of the night right next to the couch. And then I look and there's also a shaker cup full of water. And I was like, oh, like it was just so cute. And then I was like, oh wow, I'm really fucked up. Like I woke up and I was definitely still drunk. Like I was like, oh no, Callie, you're gonna be hurting. So here we are.
But it's a rite of passage, baby.
It is a rite of passage. And it was a lot of fun. King's Cup was a lot of fun. Just don't do shots before that. Or after.
Yeah.
Or smoke a joint as well.
Yeah.
It was too much.
Yeah, just don't do all the things at once, really.
Really, just
yeah.
don't. Oh, God. Okay, well, thanks for listening, you guys, for this spooky episode of us telling stories. I hope you enjoyed
telling stories.
Me telling stories, yes. I hope you enjoyed us reacting to said stories as well. Some of them are fucking hilarious, and some of them are just like, okay, whatever. Please, in the comments, let us know what you would do if that doppelganger thing happened with your best friend. How would you be able to tell which is your best friend? Who is the real one? Because that's hilarious. Do you want bacon?
Dude, it would work. Because I feel like you would know my genuine excitement. Same as with candy. I would know your genuine skepticism.
Yes.
Around,
of like, I need to know what it is first.
Yeah.
Before I commit.
And there's never an instance where, I mean, you guys literally have to pay the bacon tax to me. Like, that's how it works.
If anybody in the house is making bacon, you always make a slice for Lou.
Yep. Yeah. It's just how it is.
Yep. Period.
Yep.
Okay.
So on that note, thank you guys so much. And I can't wait to hear what you would do with your doppelgangers.
Bye.